Demons are absolutely everywhere. Now, what we need to understand for us in these end times is that demons are operating in an invisible realm, an invisible dimension. They operate in a spiritual dimension that we can't see. Now, what we need to understand is that the more spiritual we become, is the more we be able to see into these invisible dimensions inside the spiritual dimension. And then when we are spiritual, you will be able to identify evil spirits moving in your life, moving in people's lives, or demons that are trying to plan your demise. You'll be able to see the traps more clearly and sidestep them. But what happens is that the devil wants you to be spiritually hardened. He wants you to be hard to the things of God, because when you're hardened to the things of God, i.e., you're not reading the Bible, you don't pray, you don't do spiritual practices, i.e., doing the spiritual basics, reading the Bible, praying, worshiping, and all those things there. The devil knows that when you become spiritually hardened, that you won't be able to see what evil spirits are doing in the invisible dimensions. And then you'll be baffled in your life thinking, why is all my life falling apart? Why are these things not happening? Why is things going wrong? Why am I struggling with this? And why am I struggling with that? Why am I falling back into old habits? Well, the reason why that's happening is because you've probably become spiritually hardened to the things of God. And because you become spiritually hardened to the things of God, now the things of demons and the adversary becomes invisible. You can't see them no more. You can't identify what they're doing anymore in your life or in someone else's life. You become spiritually dull. So what we need to do, we need to become spiritually sharpened. Our heart needs to be spiritually soft towards the Lord. And then what happens is now you'll be able to identify evil spirits moving around, and you'll be able to live your life accordingly, sidestepping the devil's traps, sidestepping the devil's plans, sidestepping the devil's snares, because you'll be able to see them from a mile off. Why? Because you're spiritually sensitive. And the way you become spiritually sensitive is to be in the word, to be in prayer, to be doing the things of God. Now you're going to be spiritually sensitive. So now you'll be able to, the Spirit of God will expose the enemy in front of you. It'll expose the devil's plans in front of you, and everything becomes plain as day, and everything becomes everything makes sense. You understand things more. You won't be walking around baffled. You'll be living life with clarity, being able to see and understand many things. But what the devil does, he just tries to lead us astray, tries to make us be spiritually dull, make us be spiritually hardened, so he will not be able to be exposed. Because when the more spiritually hardened you become towards the things of God, is the things of the devil just disappear. You can't see what the devil's doing anymore, and then you're going to be confused, and you ain't going to understand why you're going through what you're going through and what's happening. You're going to be like, wow, what's happening? It's like you get dazed by a haymaker in a boxing match.